just watched Bones for the first time, and I still don't know what the hell I just saw. It's like Candyman, Dracula, and The Undertaker all showed up in a Snoop Dogg music video. Ernest Dickerson directed this. You probably know him from making Juice or Tales from the Crypt. We're in the 70s. Snoop Dogg plays Jimmy Bones. He's the guy keeping the neighborhood together, and all the old people love him because he goes around passing out money, helping the hood. He's one of those shady guys that definitely shot a few people before, but everybody still loves them. Snoop is basically playing himself. One day, so the story goes, he gets set up during a meeting with this crooked cop named Lupovich, who teams up with a dope dealer named Eddie Mack. They try to convince Jimmy to join them in their plan to start selling crack to the neighborhood because it would be super profitable for everyone. Jimmy refuses because he's the protector of his neighborhood. He doesn't want to corrupt his own people, so they shoot him. Dude basically died because he didn't want Granny smoking crack. The whole neighborhood entered the Great Depression after he died off. The economy of this city was literally dependent on Snoop Dogg's life. You should have never died, bro. Now these grannies definitely about to start smoking that shit. We jump ahead 22 years later. It's the early 2000s now. These two random frat guys try to cop from some dope boys, but the police show up, so they break into Jimmy's abandoned house to hide, but they end up getting mauled to death by this demonic rabies dog, which is actually Jimmy Bones' tortured spirit. This turns into one of those typical cheesy 2000s young adult horror flicks really fast. This dude Patrick decides he wants to buy this busted up haunted murder house just so he can turn it into a club. His brother Bill, stepsister Tia, and best friend Maurice join him to check the place out. They try to spook you with a bunch of corny jump scare tactics. Maurice is singing this creepy song about Jimmy Bones, who's basically become this urban legend type of figure.
This is the story of Jimmy Bones.
They use all these shitty Windows Movie Maker effects to try to scare you.
Y'all better stop messing around.
Go, boy.
Who the fuck did they have edit this movie? Me? Tia decided she wants to keep the damn rabies dog, and rightfully so. All the neighborhood crackheads warned them to get rid of it. Of course they think they're just crazy, so they don't listen. Of course Tia isn't scared. She's been against every killer in the last 2 decades. One of the crackheads is Jimmy's old lady, Pearl. Okay, she's not really a crackhead. She's just one of those aunties that thinks she's a witch. You know the type, got candles everywhere, crazy as hell. Their friend Maurice is supposed to be this super woke stoner type dude.
Gangsta of love don't eat no fried chicken. Everybody knows the whole chicken distribution network is owned by the Klan.
Oh, come on, man. Don't even go there.
They take the dog back to their dad's house. Clifton Powell is in this movie.
Hey, y'all remember the nigga from Woman.art Loose that was touching on his goddamn stepdaughter?
Hey, man, come on, bro. Don't get another movie. Get another movie.
What movie? I don't know.
His name's Jeremiah, and he's Jimmy Bones' childhood best friend. Basically, he had this big plan to make a name for himself and get out of Jimmy's shadow, make a bunch of money, leave the hood, and start up some real businesses. But Jimmy wasn't with it.
We can move out of this dump, hit the big time, big houses, legitimate businesses, it works, baby.
That's your dream, not mine. I don't ever want to leave this street. Never.
He wanted to stay in the neighborhood and keep it clean. He was obviously jealous of Jimmy and fed up with him saying no to his pitch. It's clear Jimmy was the one running things. You can kind of already see where this is going. Somebody's obviously gonna do some slimy shit to the other to get what they want in the end. Jimmy does eventually change his mind and agree to go to the meeting, which of course would end up being a really bad decision. Even his witch lady tries to tell him not to go. Present day Jeremiah all cleaned up now. He has a nice house, new wife. He doesn't like talking about his past and brushes it off as some old ghetto bullshit he moved on from.
Stop poisoning your mind with that ghetto paranoia. I've got myself a Lexus.
Word gets back to Lupovich that Jimmy Bones' old house is up for sale, and he's pissed. You obviously wouldn't want some new homeowner snooping around a crime scene you covered up. The group heads back to the building and check out the basement, and they find the skeleton of Jimmy Bones. Somehow Maurice is the Jimmy Bones whisperer. None of the other people in this group have a clue what's going on, but this dude gets access to memories only people that were there when Jimmy was killed have somehow.
What we have to do, Patrick, is call the police.
Right. Call the police. We don't get a permit.
Pearl's daughter, Cynthia, starts seeing the ghost of her dad.
Now, I went through a broker so that you didn't know it was me, but I couldn't wait to see your face when you saw how I fixed it up.
Bullshit!
That is bullshit! You sell it back and others a fucking order! Do you fucking hear me?
You're making it hella obvious. Just tell them you slimed your homeboy. It's okay. We finally get to see how the meeting went down the day Jimmy died.
I ain't interested. And if you gonna sell it, don't sell it around here.
Man, here, just try it, man. Boy. Whoa, whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
man,
whoa, whoa.
Just try it, Jimmy, that's all. Yeah.
He really pulled out that little knife like he's about to do something. There's 2 guns pointed at you. What are you doing? Pearl walks in and they force her, Jeremiah, and the bodyguard shotgun to stab him to death.
Every man for himself, baby.
The building is done being renovated and the club is jumping now, but of course some spooky shit is gonna happen.
Baby, if you ain't got any culture in you, you're about to have all of them. The gangster in love don't eat no fried chicken.
You've actually gotta be fucking kidding me. By this point, I really stopped caring about the movie altogether. It was goofy before that point, but this scene is basically them saying, yeah, we're just throwing shit in here now. And trust me, it's about to start making even less sense. Jimmy morphs back into a human somehow. There's maggots falling everywhere. Then he burns the building down. Tell me this nigga don't look like he's getting ready for his match against Kane in this shot. What the fuck is Snoop wearing? This man pops out the dirt in a full trench coat and top hat. Jimmy goes on a revenge tour hunting down everyone who did him dirty. He's invincible now. Patrick's slow ass finally starts realizing something actually was wrong with the house and the dog all along. Jimmy gains more superpowers by the second. He's killing people telepathically, summoning maggots, flying, spinning people in the air and shit.
It was my fault, man. I didn't know what they planned.
Hush. It don't even matter now.
I've been on your side all the way.
Shotgun might be the only victim I actually feel bad for. This dude really didn't even do anything. He did stab him and all, but shit, he wasn't trying to die.
You could have died with me.
Somehow he's able to suffocate Lupovich by morphing his mouth and nostrils into his skin.
And Jeremiah come out and play.
What it is and what it will be, my brother.
And it will be your ass.
How the hell did you get in here?
You could have told me Eddie Murphy wrote this shit. Jeremiah disappears and gets dragged into the Shinigami realm or whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
I wanted my own. And fuck everybody else, huh?
The kids are on a mission to stop Jimmy from killing their dad with the help of Pearl and her psychic abilities. The dress she wore the day Jimmy got killed is infected with his blood, and now they have to find it and destroy it. Next thing you know, Pearl's back to her 1970s self. Maurice is some evil ghost that can't talk, and he just snatches their brother Bill away and kills him, I guess.
Maurice, where you go? Bill, wait!
That's not Maurice.
Like, what the fuck is he even here for? Like, who gives a fuck about Bill? They all end up in this creepy vampire lair, surrounded by tortured souls begging for help. This is supposed to be hell. Cynthia reunites with her dad, and it's all sentimental for like 5 seconds before it gets weird again.
Surprise, nigga.
And then Pearl sets herself on fire with the dress. Patrick and Cynthia wake up in the rubble the next day, but now Cynthia's infected with the maggots, so I guess she's the new Bones. That's it. Movie over. The last 20 minutes of this movie might be the most chaotic thing I've ever seen. It's like they suddenly remembered that this was supposed to be a horror movie and just crammed every supernatural thing they could think of into the ending without any consideration of whether or not it made any sense. Half of the stuff in this movie doesn't even come into play until the last act, and when it does, it's like, for what? Maurice just shows up in the underworld and snatches Bill, and that's it? And why does Jimmy suddenly gain so many random ass powers at the end? Like, bro, pick a lane. You can tell they were just playing at that point. Yeah, there's kind of a cool message about sticking to your morals and not giving in to corruption and how drugs mess up thriving black communities. By the end, I was just waiting for it to be over. Very disjointed and confusing as hell. I think this movie would have worked out better if they just cut back to reality movie. It made it seem like all of this was just a crack dream after Jimmy hit that shit. This movie's definitely not scary if that's what you're looking for. It's the kind of movie BET throws on in October just to be festive. Snoop Dogg in those flashback scenes was cool as hell though, I'll give him that. It was kind of cool to see a black gothic-esque type of movie. You don't really see that every day. If Snoop wasn't in this, I honestly wouldn't have watched this at all, but I'm not hating on it. It's just one of those movies that's funny to pick apart because of how disjointed the plot is. Hope y'all enjoyed this silly little Halloween special. I'll be back to covering my usual disturbing film stuff for the rest of the year. We'll get to some actual horror eventually. See you guys in the next one.